we asked ourselves, well, yes and yes. Guys, it is awesome. We're back here again with you this year. And I'm going to play as usual. I'm totally peaked. It is going to be okay. You know, as I was saying, it is such an amazing time to be part of this thing called Warcraft. With the feature film in development it's really good. At long last, with the debut of Hearthstone and all the ongoing development we're doing on the game, those moments. Yeah, Geek is forgetting your lines. With all of these things in development, we have been thinking a lot about Warcraft, about what makes it tick, what makes it distinct, what is it about it after all these years, coming up on almost 19 years we've been working on this thing. What keeps us coming back to it? What keeps it fresh for us? Oh, thank you. I'm thinking a lot about the early days. Many of you were around and with us during the events of Orcs and Humans. All right. Tides of Darkness. And Beyond Dark Portal. Guys, these original games, like this original trilogy of RTS games, it's where it all comes from. The DNA of Warcraft has always come from. The events of those games, the characters, the storylines, the places they went to, really predicate everything that happened in the era of WoW. Anyway, the origin points for your factions. Alliance here? Horde, where are you at? Hey, Horde, check it out. Just because you guys went and got yourselves a troll as a new war chief, it doesn't mean I ain't with you. Many miles to go. So as we're thinking about all those moments, all of the adventure came back in the day, and I love to hear that many of you actually played those games, you kind of stop to consider that there's a huge amount of World of Warcraft players that never lived those events, never met those characters, never really engaged with those storylines or that part of the adventure. And, you know, as we start thinking about where Warcraft goes, what are we doing? What are we working on? How are we pushing forward with this ongoing adventure? Man, you know, a lot of that sure makes the wheels turn. And ultimately, as many people know, the modern story of Warcraft really begins about 30 years ago. 30 game years. Ain't that old. When some knucklehead decided it would be a really good idea to open a dark portal between Azeroth and a dark, savage world called Draenor. And through that portal came an army of brutal, demon-pumped savages that took the world right to the edge. Like red t-shirt guy. Damn it, not him. Led by characters like Blackhand and Kilrog, Ner'zhul, Gul'dan, Hellscream, the best dudes ever in Warcraft. These guys almost had the entirety, then of the Eastern Kingdoms. And boy, they had history would have taken a very different turn. If not for the most unlikely thing happening. The races of Azeroth. We got any humans in the room? Tell me what to ask. Dwarfs, where are you at? Sons of Dawn. We don't have any high elves in the room. High elf cosplayers? Couple. Gnomes, where are you at? Come on, we secretly love you. It's complicated. Various cultures of Azeroth, who were never fast friends. There was no love lost between them. They had no common heritage. They had no common history. They really didn't like each other down this stretch of years. But in the face of this onslaught, in response to these badass orc leaders, they came together. And they founded a union based on honor and righteousness, and a deep-seated drive to dispense indiscriminate justice upon those who threaten their homelands. This alliance saved the world. Alliance, do you remember who you are? You are the Alliance of Orderon, champions of justice. And I love you for it. Damn it, you're the captain. I love you for that. So what a trip. All those years, fictional, from then to now, especially concluding or including the events of the Siege of Orgrimmar. Alliance, do you get it yet? You remain the world's standing superpower. How does that feel? Don't worry, Horde. There is honor to be served. So when we think about all that context, or when we think about it, a really interesting question comes to mind. We asked ourselves, well, what if those dark days could come again? What if a pantheon of the most vicious villains ever in Warcraft could threaten our homes, our land, or with life again? In the face of that, Alliance, how would you respond now? There was a few suggestions. Can you guys repeat? I know how you'd respond. With righteousness and honor. Weapon prime. The conflict to come, I believe, will be the Alliance's finest hour. Ahead, we'll tell you your values, your ethics. How do you fight? Any without remorse, without becoming savage yourself? It's a good question. And Horde. Horde, you're here, right? I'm sorry I didn't hear. Much better. Horde, you've taken some lumps lately. And not just me. You had to live the point of frost. I'd apologize for him, but we don't speak anymore. You had to live with the consequence of Geralt's reign of terror. And you had a bunch of gnomes and elves running through the streets of your city. I can't imagine you enjoyed that a lot. But in the face of all that, Horde, under leadership of Odin, you have you have a chance at a new start. A chance to define yourselves in this brave new world. But as is true, to forge a future, sometimes you must confront ghosts of the past. And I believe in the adventure to come, Horde, there will be honor to be served, and there will be ashes to be. There will be much heroism for all. So, are you guys ready? Are you ready, BlizzCon? Let's get this thing done. Friends, champions, fellow defenders of Blizzard is proud to present to you the next expansion set for World of Warcraft. We call it Warlords of War.
intricacy of the quest. Rising tide of blood and iron that washed over this world and all others. Our bond is iron, our will unbreakable. Who stand against us?
Oh, yeah. Right back to the start, kinda. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that announcement. I imagine you have a lot of questions. We have a lot of answers. Don't worry, it all makes sense.